How's it going, everyone? My name is Paul McGovern Jr., and if you're watching this video, that means you are interested in writing a comedy sketch, or you want to learn about it, or you just want to hear about how other people do it. We're going to tackle the ins and outs of writing a comedy sketch with the one masterful comic writer himself, Mr. Michael Henry. If you don't already know, Michael has written, produced, and acted in over 200 sketches on his YouTube channel, garnering over 50 million views and over 175,000 subscribers, and is the current host of Gauntlet of Games on Now TV.
Come over here and take a seat.
Come on in, Michael.
What was the question? They're all ripped from the headlines of my real life and my friends' lives. I'll actually even go to like Queerty or other gay blogs and see, what are people talking about this week? What's in the news? I watch The View every day. I love to know what's a hot topic that people are talking about.
Do I have an opinion on that?
Do I have an opinion on this?
Really, when I go out and I talk to my gays or I overhear gays talking, I'm like, okay, what are people talking about? What's in like the atmosphere, the zeitgeist? I'm like a journalist. I'm trying to get people's opinions on certain topics. I go to my keyboard at home later. I'll talk to myself. Literally, that's how I write dialogue. I'll talk to myself. What will somebody say naturally after somebody says this? And it always has to be a conflicting opinion. You can't have everybody agreeing, okay?
I don't care about that or whoever that is. I just don't think that we should have kink at Pride.
When you don't agree with somebody on something, that's a video idea. The videos are all everybody agreeing, it's not entertaining. Comedy has to have conflict. We live in Los Angeles. There's homos everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere there's a homosexual lurking in plain sight or in the shadows.
Mustache versus mustache.
So I'm not at a loss for homosexuals where I could get story ideas from or topic ideas from. But I know that a lot of people don't live in an area where there's a lot of homos. Go through your text messages. Who are you texting with? Because sometimes when you have a phone call, you forget what you chit-chatted about. But when you go through your text, you're like, oh yeah, we were talking about that person and that person did that to you? Oh my God, I cannot believe I've never heard of somebody doing that type of thing to somebody. At the Second City. I did the Second City out here. It's very popular in Chicago and in Toronto. That's where, you know, like John Candy, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Tina Fey, everybody came from. Their formula is you improvise all together and then think afterwards, oh, is there anything here? Does anything there have legs? Which means does anything there have anything that we could write about? That there could be some conflict, something funny. So that's where I learned, and that's where I learned the structure of a sketch. Before I even start writing, I do a ton of research. With the side one in particular, that one I had heard about 2 years prior to actually filming it. People have been coming up to me and saying, you should do a video about sides. You should do a video about sides.
Oh, I don't bottom.
Oh, well then your ding dong must be written wrong.
Oh, I don't top.
So what are you doing with this array of men? Shaking hands?
No, I'm a side.
Like a potato?
No, a side. You don't know what a side is?
I did my research on it, watched other people's opinions on it, read articles on it. Then I had to meld those worlds together because when people are usually writing an opinion piece on a topic, they're all about their own opinion about it. There's no conflict in it. Then I follow the formula that I learned at Second City, which is introduction, a cold open, and then you start the dialogue, which is you set the scene. Okay, something happens, and then you have to keep building, and then it's a rule of threes. Really, it should be opening statements to get the thing started, and then first beat, second beat, third beat. And by the third beat, things should go to shit or resolve.
Either way, I'm gonna be gliding up and down on that.
Bye!
And you have to either resolve, become friends, or go your separate ways, and then a tag. But I like to have it where everybody is seeing each other's side in a way. You don't have to agree with each other at the end, but you have to be respectful at the end. I always write at coffee shops because at home, I think this is where I sleep and this is where I watch Housewives. And if I try writing at home, I just think, well, my bed is right there, my television is right there. I'm distracted so easily. When I go to a coffee shop and I just put on my earbuds and I just like stare at a screen, then I'm in a zone. Start small. I notice a lot of people that ask me for advice, they're like,
I've got this 10-part web series that I want to start.
I'm like, well, have you ever made anything before?
No.
Start with a 2 to 3 page script, follow this formula, and then film that. That way it didn't take you a ton of time, didn't cost you a lot of money to make, and you can figure out what kind of style you even like. You know, I have developed my own style over time. See what people like, see what your even brand is. If you're not gay, you kind of have to find another kind of category of people that are going to be relating to you and interested in you. I really don't know if anybody is straight watching this anyway. I probably put out about 12 sketches before anybody was watching. And then my therapist actually was like, you gotta talk about more gay things. Keep it narrow. You know, if you just have a wide swath of comedy, it's harder for people to find you. Then I thought, okay, so I'll keep it smaller. We'll talk about topics that relate to me in the gay community more. And there's gay platforms and gay resources that can help foster my videos or my following and things like that. And I'm still very in touch with a lot of those people that have helped foster me, those platforms and those people. I say just ask your friends. You know who your funny friends are. And if it's just you with your phone, there's no pressure. I really liked the reptile one that I did a couple months ago. That one followed the structure really well because it heightened, and then it had a twist.
Funny, he can be kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah, and then after I did, he said, thanks, lizard butt.
Huh. Lizard butt?
Then I also really liked the winking one because that also heightened.
Like showering every day?
No, I'm becoming a winker.
If this has something to do with your anus, I don't think
I'm winking with my eyes.
The Gay Hello with Matt Wilkus. That one I thought was so funny, and that one really just like ascended really well.
Michael! Oh, so nice to see. Oh.
You look great.
What was that?
What was what?
That kiss? Was that romance?
And all within 2 to 3 minutes. So those are the sketches I'm proudest of. I always tell people to learn how to write sketch before they learn how to write anything else, because it's helped me write web series or longer short films or short films that have like a heavier narrative. I really think that comedy is such a good structure to learn how to write, because you really know how to write drama then also, because you know how to get things to the next level, because a lot of people don't even realize that there's conflict in comedy, but you realize it when it's a drama. So I think, when it's subtle, I think it's best. It even held me back for so long from doing it, and it even held me back from doing stand-up because I was so afraid to fail. But you have to expect to fail. You have to expect to not do well at it. You're going to not do well sometimes at it, but then you're also going to hit it out of the park sometimes. So I think just do it. Write the thing, do it, film it, put it together. Even if you think that the story or the topic is dumb or you really couldn't come up with a good idea, film it anyway. Film it anyway.
So I want to thank Michael so much for sharing his knowledge about the comedy sketch format. Go on out there, write, shoot, see what happens. Just put your content out there like Michael said. So be sure to subscribe, like, and comment below about your thoughts on today's video. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks.
And cast me when you're a big-time Hollywood producer. I'll do anything for very little. Start with a 2 to 3 page script and